A client just paid you thousands of pounds for a project. It goes brilliantly. They're thrilled. And then nothing. No retainer. No next step. Just silence. That silence is a familiar pattern in project-based freelance work. And it's rarely about the quality of what you delivered. I've run a one-person digital marketing agency for years, mostly website builds and SEO, and I watched this exact thing happen over and over. A site would go live, the client would be delighted, and I'd be straight back to hunting the next project. I knew these clients needed ongoing support. What I didn't have was a way to offer it that actually made sense to them. And this isn't just a website thing, a rebrand, a consulting sprint, a campaign. Any project with a natural finish line has the same gap built in. Here's the mistake I kept making. I'd pitch the full SEO retainer right after they'd just spent their whole budget on the build. Of course they said no. It was never a confidence problem. It was a mismatch between what I was offering and what they had left to spend. If a client is just stretched to afford a project, asking for a second big fee straight after is a big ask, no matter how good your pitch is. This is what I call the pipeline gap. Every project has a finish line built into it. Once it ends, the income ends too, unless something is already in place to carry it forward. The gap isn't bad luck, it's built into the way the work is scoped and sold. So here's the one thing to change. Stop offering your full retainer straight after a project. Offer something smaller instead. Something that matches what they have actually got left. For a website client, that's not SEO, it's maintenance. Updates, someone to call when something breaks. A smaller, well-timed offer is far more likely to get a yes than a bigger one delivered at the wrong moment. And raise it at the right time. Not at handover when they're still closing the project out mentally. Wait until they've actually seen a result. A problem solved, something working. That's when they can feel what they're protecting. Timing changes the outcome more than the wording of the pitch ever will. Here's the exact line to use. Now it's live, the usual thing that trips people up is small changes and updates. I can keep an eye on it for you each month for a set fee. So that's never a scramble. Want me to put together what that looks like? Notice what that isn't. It isn't a big ask. It's a small specific fix for a problem they already feel. If your income keeps dipping every time a project ends, it's rarely your pitch that needs work. It's the size and the timing of what you're offering next. Match the offer to the moment, and the conversation stops feeling like a hard sell. I've written up the full framework with the exact steps and script over on the blog. I'll drop the link below. It's a quick read and it'll give you the whole thing to work from properly. If this is the kind of thing you're dealing with, hit subscribe. I put one of these out every week for anyone running the whole thing alone.